Well, good morning. It's a couple of days later. I got held up. Monday I had unexpected visitor. Once I got rid of him, I come out here and I did finish this off. And I machined just a little recess to put that in, to bolt that into. Yeah, so that, it's a bit hard to work with one hand, but there we go. So it's a bit hard to, I said, try a bit hard to work, but that'll sit in the side. I'm even considering a little latch mechanism, so once you put it through, the latch will slide through and lock that into place. It's not going to go far anyway, because when you put any pressure on it, it's going to tip. It's going to catch on that front edge there and sit on that back edge there. So what I have done is I've measured up the material I need. I'm going to go out and cut. I'm not going to film it because the battery's nearly flat in this thing because I forgot to charge it. And you've seen me do it before, so I'm going to cut the two ends and the base. So the two end plates, the 225 by 250, and the base is 225 by 60, so 60 wide. And what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll just tack those together, tack them on here, and then use my CAD design, my cardboard aided design, and mark out the sides, and then I'll go out and cut those off as well. I don't know whether I'm going to try the plasma again, because it's going to take an awful long time to cut by hand what I've got to cut. So, and these end bits, because they're going to have round ends on them, so I just got to work out how I'm going to cut that end and make it look good. I'm thinking I might be able to use the mill to do these ends. Well, I could use the mill to do both ends. Just one side will have small, because this side's going to fit down into here, and this side's going to fit down over here. So I'll work that out when I get to it. I said I'll make me cardboard designs, and once I've got them all cut and ready to go, then I'm going to pull this all apart, mark the base, and use the mag drill and drill the mounting holes for that. Yeah, and then tack everything back together, tack it all together, and take it off. I want to be able to do that with the thing in situ. I think I might. It's going to be a bit messy with the swarf coming off it, but we'll work something out. I think it's going to be easier if I've got everything on here. Then I can take it all off when I'm done. Weld the top, because it'll just sit straight over the top and bolt down. So, and then I can start doing the base. Get the base started and start on the electrics. So it should start to come to. I'm going to put a full day in today and see how I travel, because today's Wednesday. So I want at least today, tomorrow, and half of Friday, so I'll get the video off and then edit it. By then, I should have this all sorted, bolted down, ready to party. So I've got to take some photos and send them to Big Stack, because he wants to put a couple in this week's video. So in his video. So anyway, I'll bring you back when I've got this stuff cut and we're ready to go. Stay tuned. Alright, they're cut. I got a little bit better as I went on, and all I did was change the tip in my plasma. So, you know, that's not too bad. I mean, there's a little bit of slag there, but because I'm sort of reaching the limits of what the plasma can do, that one's a bit ordinary. Up until that spot there where I changed it. So I'm going to clean them all up. See, that one come out pretty good. That was after the new tip. That one was pre-new tip, and you know, I was losing my shit out there. Probably lucky I didn't record it, and that one there is a little bit ordinary. So let me set these up and I'll bring you back. Alright, that's that done. It is a little smaller than I anticipated, but that doesn't matter. I'm not bound by any measurement. I think it's about 3 mil, about 57 mil, so that's fine. So I'm going to strip this off now and bring the other plates up so I can square the ends. That was my watch telling me that I've achieved a goal. Means said I've been standing for 6 hours. Well, I haven't, but anyway. Yeah, and start cleaning them up the same, so I've got them all the same. So stay tuned, and I'll bring you back when I get them set up. that's done. It's just a bare witness there, but I can live with that. So I'm going to turn it around now and do the other two sides. The back side I don't need to, because that's the non-cut side. That's the, not the guillotine side, I don't know what you call it. But it's the mill side anyway, the back end of it. So I just got to do these two, and they'll be ready to start tacking a couple of things and getting the cardboard out. So I'll bring you back when I've done that. You don't need to see all this. Stay tuned. Okay, I've got those all machined, and I've got these sitting in here. They're exactly the same from the end, and as you can see, they're standing up sort of parallel, touching. But I'm just going to put a tack on each side of that, and then do this at an angle, probably about there. Tack it, and then do the other one now, the other side the same. So it doesn't need to be much. I only need about, well, like I said, just a little bit like that. I don't know what that 15-20 degrees. But once I get these bottoms tacked on and these sorted and tacked, I'll bring you back. Stand by. Alright, got that tacked on, and I used CAD, Grumpy CAD, cardboard aided design, and that's how I'm going to cut the sides out. So they'll fit just over the top of that and weld down and onto here. And so they'll use a different version for this side. Use version 2.0. It worked a little bit better. So I'm going to take this out now and see if I can trace them out on the sheet that side. And once I've got that done, I'll bring you back. I'll work out then how I'm going to do these radiuses. I do have a bloody radius cutting tool here somewhere for my plasma, and it's in amongst that crap there. I might try and find it. Bring you back shortly. Good morning, welcome back out. I got a bit done off camera yesterday because I had the mother of all meltdowns, and it wasn't pretty. And I brought these in, and I've started to, well, this one's just about done. I've just got to machine the sides, which I'm going to do shortly, clean it up. Yeah, so that's going to go over the back. So that should be pretty good. I'm going to try it as soon as I get it off there, because I've got to move it so I can do the ends. So I'm just going to sit it in there, see how it goes, see how it looks. One thing I did notice is that back one, you see where it lines up on that last tooth, it's got to come across just about 5mm, so that's fine, that's easy enough to do. I'll have to do that before I tack it all together, but I'll just break the bottom welds, slide it, tack it all together decently, and then just cut these, so they're only tiny little tacks. Cut those off so I can lift the whole lot off, drill my holes on both sides, throw some bolts in, take those tacks off, then sit everything back on top, and then tack it, take it off completely and weld it out. And then I'm going to strip all this down, because I've got to machine slots where those bolts are, because I need to be able to tension that chain. Well, that's loose because it's not even joined, but I need to be able to move it. So it's a bit hard to do when you don't have slots in it. So yeah, I'm going to sort that. But today I want to get all this finished, get these holes drilled, get this done. I might even get more than that. If I can get that all welded, then I'll get that off, start stripping this, and then I can get this video edited and get it up. So it's cold here today, colder than what it's been all winter. I think minus 3.5 Celsius for my banana friends, banana measuring friends in the US. I think that equates to about to about 27 degrees or 25 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll get it right. Hang on, let me just converter. Yeah, 25.7. There you go. So it was a chilly morning for us. We're not used to it. Any Canadians watching? Yeah, I know you'll be pissing yourself laughing right now. This is sort of late spring weather for Canadians, eh? Anyway, I'll bring you back shortly and we'll have another look. Alright, I've got that one done. Just bare witness marks, but that's fine, I can deal with that. On top doesn't matter, because what I've got to do is I've got to make a top for it. I'm going to make one to go all the way around. And I had a thought. What I'm going to do is take this off. I'm going to mark where everything's got to go. See, that's standing back where it needs to go. So you can see this one needs to come back, and that one needs to go back a little bit. So what I'm going to do is mark where they've got to come back to. I'm going to take these off, break them off. There's only little tiny tacks. Move these to where they need to go, tack them back down, and then drill them. And then I'll put it all together. Once I've done the other end, I'll do the other side first. Let me just... This one's going to be a lot harder. That's what I'm using now, because that piece of shit is gone. I'm going to take it out of the bin later. I've got to try and machine this out. It's going to be a bit of a pain, but because it's so big. I'm going to see if I can use my boring head and use it like a fly cutter and sort of machine down into it. I should be able to. See whether it copes. Let me get this set up and I'll bring you back. Alright, I've got one side done. I just wanted to see how it works first. And it worked reasonably well. Chatted a little bit, but I'm a little bit bigger than I really, well, longer than I need to be. I really had to come out that far so I could reach, because that's too small. I've only got a little one, it's only 50 mil, so that's worked out quite well. So what I'm going to do now is I've zeroed it, well, it's jumped a little. I'm just going to move it 160 mil, which is the centre, and then start this side and machine them both the same size. That size is big enough to fit over with a couple of mil to spare. And once I've done this side, then I'll take this out and machine the sides and the front, and then try it on, see how it goes. Just give me a second and I'll bring you back when I start to machine this side. I'm just going to swap this clamp over, move everything out of the road. Stay tuned. Alright, I think you'll be able to see that. Let's start. I've taken one very light cut. I can only take 1/4 mil at a time because it just chatters and carries on, screams and yeah, carries on like a lunatic. I'm doing, what am I doing? 315 revolutions per minute. I could probably go a little faster, but it'll probably squeal more, so it seems to be reasonably happy at that. It's going to be a little bit noisy. And we go half a turn. So that's about 1/4 mil. It's 1/2 mil for one full turn, but it gets a little bit rowdy. Sorry for blocking the light. Not, yeah, how's that? Better? Alright, I'll keep going with this and I'll bring you back when that's done and I'm ready to start doing the rest of it. Stay tuned. I've got that all tacked on. I forgot to turn the video on. I'll put a photo here. I took the photo and sent it to BigstackD's. And I've just took the broke the tacks there after I tacked these down. So that should be perfectly in position. So what I'm going to have to do is take these off now to drill them. So I need to get the mag drill on there and there's not enough room. So that's okay. That's a little bit of stuffing around, but I don't know whether I want to, no, you know what? I was going to get this video off tonight and edit it tomorrow, but I think I'll finish up just shy of lunchtime tomorrow and then I'll edit it and, yeah, because I want to get these holes drilled and I want to get this on and bolted down before I finish this video. So we'll come back in the morning and I'll rip and tear into it. Okay, I'm at it this morning. Well, I'm not at it. I've come out to grab my camera. As much as I wanted to do some work on this today, I haven't been sleeping very well. Sometimes when my PTSD acts up, which it has been, and particularly with my anger management recently, I don't sleep real well, even with the stuff I've got to take to help me sleep. So I'm that tired today, I'm going to sort of sit inside and tinker with the video and edit it and get it up. And I'll be back into this full on. Might even do some tomorrow. So next video I will have this on its legs. And hopefully the gears have landed in Australia, so we should have those. Be ready to do those. Yeah. So there'll be plenty of. It'll be start going very fast now, I feel, and hopefully in the next video I'll have it on its legs, and hopefully the one after that I'll have it running. So it won't be far off testing. I've got to get some key steel. And I've got to cut a keyway on that shaft, but that's okay. Yeah, so it should start moving together quite quickly now. So, yeah, so I apologise for not getting as far as I wanted to get, but, you know, I've got to deal with it the best way I can. So I'll get this up. And I'll see you in the next one. And until then, as always, stay safe. Peace.